National Football League, and if anybody doubts that, just show them this. This is the most comprehensive and exciting tape, fully comprehensive, of Shedeur Sanders' most recent game. Watch these plays I'm going to show you, and they're not all just highlights, but I want to lead with the headlines. This play right here, Shedeur Sanders assessing the line of scrimmage, and then what does he do after make the assessment? He throws an absolute perfect dot. An absolutely perfect dot to David Njoku right there. I'm zooming in so you can see it. I mean, the ball cannot be handed any better than this. When I tell you Shedeur Sanders has officially arrived, I'm not saying that hyperbolically. I'm saying that in all sincerity. Shedeur Sanders did stuff in the game today that you just don't see out of young Qs. Patience, poise, and then again, deliver a perfect strike. What I want to do when I show you all these clips, I want to lead with the headlines. What I mean by that, I want to lead with the most exhilarating plays, and then we'll get to some of the more mundane but still great plays a little bit later. That was his first touchdown to David Njoku. Shedeur Sanders had 393 yards, 4 total touchdowns, 358 through the air. This was a 60-yard dot to Jerry Jeudy. First, I'm going to show you the play. Then I'm going to explain the play. 60 yards, dot on.
Bruh, you see that pass, bruh? That pass was an Aaron Rodgers pass. And what I'm saying, it was on the money, it was accurate, and it had a lot of power to it. It wasn't like the crazy thing is like you could tell the difference in his arm strength from Colorado and in the league. Like when he was in Colorado, he had a strong arm, but it wasn't a big arm. But I feel like since he's been in the league, his arm's gotten a lot bigger though. Damn. Hold on. Hmm. Man, that was a good ass throw though. Hold on, let me see something. I'm trying to make sure. Some. Yeah. The hell?
A rope. So, Acho, how does it
Trying to see if I
happen?
can hear it.
Hey, let's run it back. The Titans are in a coverage I used to call tan. What is tan? Hey, you're going to play him inside out. Jerry Jeudy cannot beat this player inside. If indeed he does beat this player inside, this defender, if he has an in-breaking route,
I'm about to
he's
cut
going to
that back.
fall into the second window, assuming in-breaking route, in-breaking. Acho.
Oh, you can hear the nigga then. Bet.
How does it happen? Hey, let's run it back. The Titans are in a coverage I used to call tan. What is tan? Hey, you're going to play him inside out. Jerry Jeudy cannot beat this player inside. If indeed he does beat this player inside, this defender, if he has an in-breaking route, he's going to fall into the second window, assuming in-breaking route, in-breaking route. He'll be here to pick it off. What does Shedeur do so great? Patience. Patience. Let Jerry Jeudy clear the second window and then throw it on a rope. Make sure y'all catch this. Let Jerry Jeudy clear the second window, and then Shedeur throw it on a rope. If Shedeur gets too excited and throws it sooner, it's picked. Let him clear the second window, throw it in stride.
That shit has some pow. That hoe has some mustard on it, bro. I swear. Look at
Perfect.
you
That's
can't
how
really see it from this window, but you can see it. I guess if it was a highlight up, but it is on the TV on the computer, so you can't really see the ball get thrown. But that thing has some
you
power
get a
to it.
60-yard passing touchdown. Again, yak, yards after catch.
I ain't gonna lie. When Bruh caught that pass, bruh, I said, man, he gonna fuck around and do what he did 2 games ago.
It is timing plus accuracy. You don't get yak in the NFL by coincidence. It's timing plus accuracy. When I'm telling you Shedeur did a lot of good things, he did a lot of good things. I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win
No,
cash while
nigga, I
watching
don't wanna hear
sports
this
than
shit.
Prize. I give you 50 to be right.
Some
This
old
might
ass
be my
commercial.
favorite one. You can see the weather's bad at this point. Why is this my favorite? Look closely at Shedeur. What's Shedeur doing? Hey, he's making checks. He's making checks. This is telling me he's cerebral. Okay, he's making checks. He brought this receiver in to come chip block. Shedor's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to check this to a wheel route. But in order to check this to a wheel route and out and up, I need more time. How do I get more time? By bringing that receiver in. Hey, chip this defensive end. Give me a little bit more time. Shedeur, he called his own number and threw an absolute dot. You can't play man coverage versus Shedeur. Not if he has a clean pocket. Check, call his own number, and then look at the ball. Let me zoom in. Look at the ball, people. Perfect. Perfect. These are passes that cannot be defended against. Perfect. All right, let's keep it rolling. Again, what did I tell y'all? I'm not just going to show y'all the highlights because this was an interception by Shedeur. Here's what's fascinating about Shedeur. After he makes a great play, sometimes he makes a bad play. This happened in his first game against the Raiders. He throws that 58-yard bomb to Isaiah Bond. Very next play, interception. Very next pass play by Shedeur. Okay, this is the next pass play after Shedeur Sanders just threw that phenomenal play. Shedeur, know when the journey is over. Know when the journey's over. This journey was over a long time ago. It's an interception. Bad interception. Can't happen. Right now, the Browns are up by 3. Titans go down and score. The Browns never take another lead in this ball game. Shedeur, you can't do this. You have to know when the journey's over. Bro, just throw the ball away. Throw the ball away. Your offensive lineman's beat. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, throw it away. 1,004, throw it away. 1,005, throw it away. You have 5 seconds. Just get rid of it. Shedeur has to know when the journey's over. That's where Shedeur can grow. This is not some sort of gloss over his errors tape. There is growth that can be had, but you learn from that. All right, let's keep it rolling. Here's another touchdown by Shedeur. Remember, thus far, all I've shown you is Shedeur with his arm. But peep this. Game on the line. Now we got to get a tug. I believe we're down by 8. Shedeur, everything's covered. 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 Now what do? Hey, be greater than your greatest excuse. Run. That's an all-pro chasing him. I'm going to zoom in for y'all. I need y'all to see this. This is an all-pro in the red sleeves chasing him. The dude ripped off Shedeur's sleeve, including his wristband, and Shedeur, get in there. Duck that shoulder. Get in there. When everything is covered, I need you to be greater than your greatest excuse. Everything here is covered. Shedeur.
That's called being a playmaker, bruh. Listen, this year, so my team is the Tennessee Volunteers. And the whole entire season, our quarterback, Joey Aguilar, he showed flashes of being a playmaker, but then he had times, well, a lot of times where he wasn't. He played good against the teams he was supposed to play good against. But the difference between him and that boy from Vanderbilt, Pavia, that boy Pavia gonna make plays. It don't matter how bad he getting hit. It don't matter what kind of mistakes he making. You gonna have to beat him fair and square. That type of play right there is what I want in my quarterback. Is when the game on the line, bruh, what you gonna do to win the game? That's all I be wanting, bruh. Like when the game's on the line, what you gonna do? Look, I don't even care, bruh, if he runs it and gets stopped. Like he and he get hit, he don't score. I don't even. It's the effort. It's the I want to. It's the stuff that bothers me. And you don't see this in Shedeur's game ever. I've never seen. Every time I've seen him play, I've never seen it in him. But it's a lot of other quarterbacks, i.e., my quarterback at Tennessee. Bruh could get his ass popped and he ain't trying to run no more. It's like he ain't got that dog in him, bruh. It's like he ain't got that like. When he know he can win, he gonna play hard. But when it's up against a little bit of struggle, bruh, he starts shitting the bed, man. And this is what I like about Shedeur is because it don't matter what he doing. It don't matter who he playing. The boy gonna try to do what he gonna do. And that's it could be what my daddy say. If you lose the game, it's because I was trying to do too much. I take that over you not trying to hustle at all. You feel me? Look, like the bad interception. Okay, we could clean that up, right? But the fact of the matter is, dog, he's trying to make a play. He ain't giving up on the play. He buying time. He using his mind. Sometimes it could be a little bit of overachieving because it could shoot you in the foot. You can take sacks. You could throw a pick. But the fact of the matter is, I'd rather have somebody like that than somebody scared because you could tone that down a little bit. You could bring it down. But the thing is you can't put that in nobody. That's what I want. That's the problem that I have with a lot of quarterbacks is they don't have it. Shador got it, bro. Shador got it. And you know what that come from? It come from being brought up in it gradually, not thrown at you, and you had a good two-parent household and a father that raised you alone like he was supposed to. This is the fruits of the labor right here. This is the spoils of war. And we seeing it play out. You know what I'm saying? People could say, ah, yeah, you reached, nah, yeah, this, that, and third, but no. This is the reward. This is the fruits of your labor. 24 years or 20, I don't know how old, 23, 24, whatever. 24 years of just gradually, and it's showing. All the lessons and this is what we looking at right now. A lot of people don't have that, bro.
All pro. Go be greater than your greatest excuse. Shador did some great, not good things today. Shador did some great things today. Let's keep it rolling. Now, this is the very next play. Shador dominates on the sideline here. Because Kevin Stefanski, with the game on the line, what the hell is this? It's just a quick aside. Shador's not in the...
I'm glad they on his ass, bro. I'm glad they on Stefanski ass. Because you can't just be hearing it from people that's rooting for you. But it's the truth, bro. Everybody like, dude.
game right now. Down by 2 points, the Browns are. The Browns have a rookie that's thrown for more yards than any quarterback in the history of the franchise as a rookie. The hell is this? The hell is
Right.
this?
Right.
This ain't no Shador play. This is just the Browns being the Browns. How can Shador...
Right. Poor coaching. And he did it twice. That's the thing. The coach did it twice. Bro, at some point, bro, you gotta stop doing poor play calling, bro. Poor what lost y'all the game is poor play calling. You know what was the first thing? I'm gonna tell you what the first thing was. The first thing was y'all had it 4th and 2. You decided to let the clock run out. It's 4th and 7. Titans happen to fucking line off all sides, give y'all a 5-yard penalty, but you know what? You decline it and give it to them 1st and 10. Well, if you wouldn't have let the clock run out, they would have been landed up in the neutral zone. You would have got a 1st and 10. You would have been able to. Poor coaching calls, bruh. Poor play calling. Poor decision making, bruh. Poor decision making.
Sanders succeed when he just made one of the most special plays of his NFL career, his short NFL career, and you take him off the field? To call this, the hell is this? Make that make sense. Quick aside, let's get back to Shador's tape because this was ridiculous. Take a look at this right here. Now we're back to the beginning of the game. I just want to show y'all some of the simple processing by Shador. Some of the patience. Hey, let this tight end beat that zone receiver back on the inside and then throw it. Easy. Easy pitch and catch. I just want to show y'all some of the small growing metrics that Shador had throughout the course of this day. This was a 58-yard touchdown. Now, it was just a screen. I'm not going to sit here and brag about a screen. It was just a screen. But here's what I will brag about. This player throws off the timing of the screen because he wins so quick. He wins so quick, he throws off the timing of the screen. I'm going to zoom in for you. If Shador was a more rattled quarterback, he would have just got rid of it. He might have just thrown it at his running back's feet and said, screw it. I don't want to get sacked. Instead, Shador says, I'm going to take this hit. I'm going to buy enough time to get my running back the ball, and the job of the quarterback, get the ball into the hands of the playmakers. Get the ball into the hands of the playmakers. Get the ball into the hands of the playmakers. Acho, it's just a screen. Come on, bro. Why are you glazing a screen? Because another quarterback, a lesser quarterback, would just said, oh my God, I'm getting rid of it, and thrown it at his feet. Buy time. Buy time. Let these dudes start to block. By buying time, Shedeur is setting up blocker 1, blocker 2, blocker 3. Everything in football matters. Everything in football is about timing. Everything in football is about position. If he gets rid of this ball any sooner, this defensive lineman might be able to retrace and tackle this at about the 40. But because Shedeur says, I'm going to sacrifice and take this hit for the team, blocks develop, and now that turns into a 58-yard touchdown. So what have we seen thus far? We've seen a 58-yard touchdown. We've seen a 60-yard touchdown. We've seen some passes on ropes. We've seen some absolute dots. I wanted to show y'all a little bit of everything regarding Shedeur. Now, this is the last play I'm going to show y'all for the sake of time. I ain't trying to keep you here all day. 23-yard pass by Shedeur. What I love about this one, stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. A little bit of pressure around you. Don't be phased. Show you the pressure first. A little bit of pressure, but the pocket's still clean. Now let me widen it out so y'all can actually see the pass. Stay in the pocket. A little bit of pressure. You're going to be all right. Let the windows open up in zone. When a defense is in zone coverage, you got to buy enough time so these receivers can find the open zone windows. Buy enough time so the receivers can find the open zone windows. Shedeur Sanders today, absolute star. A rushing touchdown. A 1-yard passing touchdown that was perfect. A 60-yard passing touchdown on a dot. A 58-yard passing touchdown just by buying time. Did he have a bad interception? Absolutely. Can he learn from that? Absolutely. Will he grow from that? Absolutely. But did he show you the ability to run the ball? Check. Did he show you the ability to use his mind and make checks at the line of scrimmage to complete 35-yard passes? Check. Did he show you the ability to throw the ball on a rope? Check. Did he show you the ability to have pinpoint accuracy? Check. 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 Did he show you that he is the future of the Cleveland Browns? If you ain't checked that off by now, you got to open up your eyes. Watch, share, subscribe. We got a lot more of this type of stuff coming.
Good breakdown, bro. It was a real good breakdown, and it's the truth. Anybody like in denial is fucking crazy. I saw some people say like, "Oh, it's the Titans." Oh, shut up. Huh. Let me see what this man is at. Let's see what he talking about.
What was supposed to happen on that last 2-point conversion?
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously did not go as we thought it would.
Why would you take him off?
Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play.
Injuries everywhere, and Shedeur Sanders puts on the best performance of his young career. When he fell in the draft, we were delusional. When he couldn't be out.
Browns Wildcat needs to be studied. Play this butt off, and most important snap. This bull job.
Dylan Gabriel, quote unquote, we were a Shedeur cult. Now, after
Yeah, man, that shit crazy. I know Dylan Gabriel. On the sideline like, hey man, I'm happy for you, but he like, I know he on the sideline tripping. Cause hold on, let me see something.
Shedeur Sanders is the only rookie this year to throw for 300 yards. The first quarterback on the Browns since Baker Mayfield in 2018 to have a 300-yard game, has more 300-yard games than Drake May, outperformed Cam Ward, and finished with a 97 QBR, 4 total touchdowns, and led the Browns in rushing yards. What is the excuse now? Do y'all want to keep watching Kevin Stefanski absolutely pee down his leg? I've tried to tell y'all, and there are people who are a lot more.
Let me read this. At the Plunders blog. This shit is crazy. Look at the emojis, cut. I was that, hey, at that point, I was about to cut the game off, bro. But I was like, you know what? I see Shedeur pour some crazy stuff off. I would have been salty if I didn't stay in that game and all this stuff happened, bro, because I've seen him do some stuff. And look what he did today. They could have pulled that win off, bro, or at least tied it and, went to OT, but Browns don't. Bruh, this shit is funny. This is the most brown shit ever. Get that black man. Who the fuck is this, dog? Who is him? Scott Proctor should do his first career rush two. This is third. That's crazy.
They don't even use stats. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because I want to make sure I have all the stats together. There is nothing redeeming about what Kevin Stefanski has done.
Hear me.
You have to explain to me why people were telling me Dylan Gabriel was better than Shedeur Sanders. Has never done anything close to this. You have to explain to me why people said Shedeur Sanders isn't doing what he's supposed to. Y'all remember when Tony Rizzo and Tony Grossi and ESPN Cleveland were leaking that, maybe he's just not doing what he's supposed to do. In his third ever start, he does something that only
I am eager to see all other Shedeur haters come to the front and see what they got to say now. I will tell you, I was listening to the announcer say, he got to start patting the ball. I'm like, bruh, first of all, I hear you. Cool, whatever. It's a lot of quarterbacks that pat the ball before they throw it. See, that's why he broke on the ball. This is before he led the rally. This is before that he led the rally. Soon as the rally came, he shut the hell up. Boy, that shit be so crazy, bro.
Aaron Rodgers has done in his career, and something no Browns quarterback has done in over half a decade. Crazy times we live in. But the most glaring thing and I really hope Kevin Stefanski is fired as you're watching this video.
Bro, they is calling for this man's job. Everybody is. I bet Stefanski is so fed up at this point, dog. But it's not even Stefanski though. It's the front office too. So it's like, dog, he just gotta leave Cleveland altogether, bro. But hey.
Is that he consistently has major issues either wrong with his staff or his decision making. Last week we watched the special teams of the Browns give the game to San Francisco. This time we saw the defense get ran all over. Tony Pollard with over 130 yards. We saw them.
What's up with his man stat? He had 150 yards. I believe it was 152. Let's go fact check. Let's get on Yahoo Sports and look at the stats for today's game. Because I'm pretty sure it was a beam 52. I'm telling you, bro. Damn, the Chiefs got whooped by the. Ooh, Chiefs is over with. Browns. Shedeur tore their ass up today. My nigga. Stats. Yeah, what the fuck he talking about? 161 yards.
Not be able to execute on 2-point plays. Be skittish on fourth downs, right? And then of course the one that really sealed it off. This absolute clown show. Sorry, this is not the right one. My fault. I found it. Don't worry. Right here, after a clutch touchdown, bringing them within a reasonable distance. Not only do your earlier going for two bite you in the butt, but on top of that, what is this play call? Look at this. Look at this. So you go Wildcat, and Shedeur fans, we already don't mess with the Wildcat, right? And I said, hey man, it's okay to go Wildcat because you get an extra.
I don't understand, bro. They've been doing this for what, three games with Shedeur? Bruh, I'm with bro on this.
Extra blocker. But when Shedeur is the hottest man on the field right now, when you've already tried Wildcat on an earlier goal line drive and you had to take him out, right? You had to take the Wildcat and put Shedeur back in. What made you think? What made you think?
Bro, they trying to basically get Juggins the ball because Juggins is a stud. He is. But everybody knows the ball's going to Juggins in the Wildcat on the 2-yard line. Damn. That's a play you got to do when you I don't know, just trying shit on the 50-yard line, and it's like second and 5. Stupid motherfuckers, man. I'm telling
That
you.
this was what needed to be done, and then Quinshon Judkins just pees down his leg, and then tries to throw the ball, tries to throw an interception on a 2-point play. I'm beyond mind boggled. So let's hear Kevin Stefanski, a man I really hope doesn't have a job while I'm recording this. What does he have to say about it?
Fought, throughout the game, which we
They're not firing, bro. Dog been with them for what, 7 seasons? 2-time coach of the year. They're not firing, bro. He's not getting fired. What's gonna happen is they're gonna clamp down the reins on his ass, and some of them calls gonna start changing. He gonna just like today, they opened up the playbook for Shador. Shador was threading these folks. It was a lot different from last week, but last week they had to kind of like dumb the playbook down. Number one it was really his second start, and the weather was terrible, so they had to run the ball a lot. This week they opened up the playbook. You feel me? So you're starting to see a lot of backroom conversations come to fruition based off the play calling. It's not necessarily they gonna fire him though, because then because they're going through a rebuilding stage right now, bro. It's gonna be a lot of other changes that's gonna happen, and they're gonna put a fire up on their ass, but they're not gonna fire him because they're gonna be asked for some more time. You're not gonna get nobody going in and change unless you find somebody that's like that fits your young quarterback, which they need to. Build your team around Shador, bro. That's what you have to do. If I'm the owner and I'm the GM, build your team around Shador.
knew he would. Obviously, with any young player, Mary Kay, there's going to be ups and downs, and I thought there were some really, really, really good moments. He'll keep learning from some of the plays that he wants back, but some really good moments.
What was supposed to happen on that last 2-point conversion?
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously did not go as we thought it would.
Why would you take him off?
Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play, we didn't come through, but that's on me.
Didn't come through with the second 2-point play. And again, like we've heard for 1,000 times with Kevin Stefanski, it's on me. It's my bad. We got to improve. But I just don't understand it. I don't understand how a man who was doing as good as he did, who got through at the adversity that he battled through, right? The interception was bad, but what was even better is the fact that he came back and scored more points, that he came back and kept poise and said, hey, we're going to win this game. That we are not losers in the Cleveland Browns, even though the Browns are known to be losers. Let's try to give these people a spark, right? And this is Shador Sanders defending his coach after this snafu, right?
He has to. The only thing I don't like about and the thing about it is I played football my entire life. I played in college. You know what I'm saying? I was a good player. You know what I'm saying? Good ball player. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to football, I have an issue with super fans. And the issue is, as a super fan, you kind of get caught up in loving who you love so much that we gotta understand the game like football as the game, and then his job, bruh. Dog, he's playing a kid's game, a game that we loved as children. You know what I'm saying? A game that we all wanted to go to the league, or whatever it was. Like I know I did. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. But now he's playing a kid's game that is his full-time job, and he's the leader of a franchise at the moment. You dig what I'm saying? It's his job. So with this being his job, bro, you can't disrespect your head coach, the GM, the owner. That's how you get blackballed. That's how you get treated like people like Cam Newton, because the front office won't give what did he say, retires jersey, or he ain't got no picture on the wall up there. It was whatever stuff they had going. That's how you get stuff like that happening, bro. You can't go against your coach, bro. It's all politics. If y'all got some backdoor shit going on or some stuff under the table, it's just like this. Keep the family business out of the public eye. Whatever your uncle cheating on your auntie or whatever, and your daddy going upside your mama head, y'all don't tell that to the public. You don't announce it. It's the same thing as your team. These are your family members, man. So you have to understand, bro. Like, it's just certain things you don't do. You gotta defend it. What was he gonna say? Just like when we out there playing on the field, it could be a teammate that you can't stand. Let somebody else put their hands on them, see what happened though. We're gonna beat their ass. You feel me? We're gonna fuck around and get this little 15-yard penalty or somebody getting ejected. You did? That's how the game goes, my boy. Like, that's how the game is, man. Like, you can't, like, bro, like, come on, like, let's be realistic.
I was thankful that I was driving down the field and we scored.
Did you wish you had the ball in your hand in that moment to tie the game?
If I'm out there any play, I would wish I would always have the ball in my hand, but that's not what football is. Sometimes you got to run the ball. Sometimes you got to kick a field goal. Everything. That's the game. That's the game. That's the most important thing is the ball. So in any situation, of course you would want to, but I know we practiced something and we executed it in practice, and we just didn't seem to this day. So I would never go against, kind of like what the call was or anything. So, and this is what is it, 2 weeks in a row that people have tried to make Shedeur the bad guy, tried to set him up with some nasty questions that make him call out Kevin Stefanski. Nobody needs to call out Kevin Stefanski, but people have been calling out Kevin Stefanski. You want me to show you who has been calling out Kevin Stefanski? I don't know, just a bunch of former NFL players.
And that's how it gets done. You understand what I'm saying? Let the world call out the coach. Let other people that's watching this call out the coach. You know why? Because it's plain as day, brother. It's plain as day. We see it. But the thing is like, how I like to view all of this stuff is you have to allow what don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. Period. So y'all can do all this backdoor stuff. Y'all can blackball or whatever you doing behind scenes and all this other stuff and say, oh, that's not what it is. It's because he had terrible interviews. Oh, that's not what it is. Oh, it's because he hold the ball too long. He take unnecessary sacks. Man, come on, bro. You can say all that when you're not putting him on the field or when you're not allowing him to showcase his abilities or when you don't give him time because you know as much as we know if you let him go out there, he going to show you up. Point in case, with this whole little debacle and all this other stuff, like I said before, you have to let a motherfucking rat be a rat and everybody going to see it. Everybody's going to see it. And it's blatant now. You can't sit here and come up with any excuse on why something is or isn't happening because we all see it. We've been seeing it. But now for the people that was just acting like they couldn't see, what's the excuse now? It's blatant. So this is how you handle those situations. This is how Shedeur has to get ahead of these situations. This is why we all watch the game on Sundays when he plays. And we be on the edge of our seats and we be rooting for him to do well. Because how you beat somebody like the front office and the people that don't want him there and all the naysayers and all the people that we already know who they are that's rooting against him is play and be a playmaker. That's going to shut all it up. That's going to shut everything up, bro. Money talk, bullshit walk. You know what that is? Shador playing well is like the quiet person in the room. The people in the front office and all the other people that's talking shit, what they doing? They running their mouth. What they say, the loudest one be the brokest one. The one that's quiet got the most money. It's the same metaphor. Go out there and put in work, bro. Be what they say you ain't. And that's really what it boiled down to, bro. All the fake gonna get exposed, bro. Like you cannot hold a real one down ever. You just can't. It don't matter. It's just not how the laws of physics work, brother. It's just not. What's meant to be is gonna be, bro. What's written is written.
LaShawn McCoy, how can Shador be great when his own coach is holding him back? I can't wait to hear Kevin's excuse. Here's Aqib Talib. Please get Stefanski out of Cleveland. This makes no sense. So is it just the Shador fans? Or is it the NFL players being crazy? Darius Butler of the Pat McAfee show. What a terrible play call from Stefanski with the game on the line. Joe B, again, some of these are Shador haters, some of them are whatever. Watching some of these.
You know what it is? Joe B. You know what it is? Hey, I guarantee Joe B was one of them ones. And I apologize if I'm wrong, but I guarantee he was one of them ones that was hating on Shador. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. You know what it is, brother? What we've been saying all along. But you had what it is it's the same people, and I'm not finna get into all this other political stuff. It's the same people that believe in the system. Whatever the system may be. You believe that the system has no flaw and the system works for people that do right. And that's not the case. It's always some flaw in something. Sometimes you gotta see it for what it really is, man. Sometimes you have to see it for what it really is, bro. There's a lot of people that actually just drinks the Kool-Aid all the time. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
Though Shador makes has me wondering what the hell were they thinking when they had Gabriel over him. Jordan Zerm, someone who's been a pro Shador and against Shador, calls out a great play he made. Albert Breer has we have debunked the lies Albert Breer has said.
Oh, he's a Shador hater. I gotta read this. You see how when they give you a compliment, it's like real subtle and shit. The hater. Hey, I will say though, he did be like, "Hey man, you know, best game as a pro. Woo woo woo, wooty wow, ha ha ha." They ended up winning the game, but it wasn't on him. I'll take that backhanded. I mean, it's not really backhanded, but still, bro. All that hate you been spewing towards us, praise me when I'm up. You heard me?
One of the biggest Shador haters of all time. Shador Sanders' best game as a pro. Emmanuel Acho calling out, this is why Shador Sanders is likely the future franchise quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Daniel, and this is Joel Batonio, Shador Sanders, a competitor. I appreciate the fight. I told him that. He's shown in his 3 starts now that he can make some plays for us. These 2-minute drives just made things happen. I have to block forever because he's going to try to make a play. There were some big-time plays that he made for us to keep us in the game. Chris Broussard, Shador, the 5th-round pick, dramatically outplayed Cam, the number 1 pick. Shador looking like a franchise quarterback today. Shannon Sharp. Browns removing Shador constantly on go-to-go situations and going Wildcat needs to be studied. Played his butt off in the most important snap. He's on the sideline. That's bull jive. So Zach Jackson, are you just gonna keep lying about Josina Anderson because she called out the Wildcat, or are you gonna call out Shannon Sharp? Are you gonna call out Darius Butler? Because I'm fine with y'all calling me a Shador Glazer, all this other stuff. My problem is, why don't y'all say that to the NFL players saying it? It's only wild when we say it. It's only wild when the people who have watched him play since Jackson State and some before Jackson State.
I've been watching him play since Truth. Actually, I've been watching him play since his daddy had that little team when he was a little youngster. When they had that little TV show, and Bucky was on there.
In the Trinity days, some been watching him since he was literally a kid on reality TV shows.
What I just say, you hear me?
And everyone's like, hey, we think Shedeur Sanders is a good football player, better than a 5th round pick. NFL players have said it. Von Miller has said it. Multiple media members, people who hate Shedeur so much that they obviously lied about the things that are going on. They have to tip the hat to the almost 400-yard performance.
I mean, what else they gonna do? It's almost like he had a great game. That's what I just don't like. It's like they forced to give my boy props. Hey, bro, Cub would have threw for 200 yards, bro. They would have still been like, But they got to, bro. They had to, bro. That shit just don't make no sense to me, though.
A day where Cam Ward couldn't even sniff the jockstrap. I'm sorry. This is for the stat nerd.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap, though. Cam Ward. The thing I like about Cam Ward, though, he got a crazy sidearm zip. That bitch is like a laser. I think his ball overall, I'm taking Shedeur over Cam Ward. But what I like about Cam Ward, now mind you, they got the same quarterback coach. But what I like about Cam Ward is that zip that come out, that ball come out, it's almost coming out like a 30-out sit. Pow! And that sidearm, that man, that hoe so pretty. And he low key quick. He low key quick. I like Cam Ward. Today just wasn't his game, and I'm okay with that. He won the game. I like Cam Ward, and on top of that, he played for my team. So boom, I would have been happy with Shedeur, but I'm not upset at Cam Ward. But Cam Ward, he didn't play the caliber, and I like I said, I believe Shedeur should have went number 1 overall to the Tennessee Titans. I really do, but hey.
Because I remember when he had the first good game against the Raiders, it was, but the yards after catch, the EPA per play, but ADOT, average at the target 7.6, total EPA 9.5, EPA per play 0.19, 60% completion percentage. Every single metric, he balled out. You're going to throw some picks. How do you respond, 12? Rookie quarterbacks with 350 passing yards with 3 touchdowns or rushing yard in the game, Joe Burrow and Shedeur Sanders. This was a, by definition, historical. Again, he's had 3 starts and 2 of them he has made history in. Guys, I'm not making this up. First rookie quarterback with 300 passing yards plus 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown in a game. Franchise history. That's not... That Tings didn't make this graphic. The CU Aunties didn't make this graphic. Deion Sanders didn't come down and make this graphic, dog. I need some explanation.
Tell the niggas, man.
Because again, it's just the disingenuous. Man. Dog, y'all lied.
They did.
Y'all lied about Shedeur, and now y'all are holding on to Kevin Stefanski, who I've broken down in multiple ways. He is just not a great NFL play caller, not a great head coach. He's given up his play calling 2 years in a row.
I'll tell you something about Stefanski. Stefanski is one of them dudes, bro, that can be bought. And right now, he's bought. He had his money and eyes on Dylan Gabriel. But like I said earlier, everything I said earlier rings true. Rings true, bruh. Good play, bruh, outshines all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing no talking, none of that shit. Straight action, bro. Straight action. Cause what they gonna say, bruh? What they gonna say?
Each time he gives it up, offense looks better. And you want me to think that if a team that wanted to win, you're either tanking or you're sabotaging Shedeur. I'm sorry. I was the one that said, no, I don't believe Kevin Stefanski is sabotaging Shedeur. I believe Kevin Stefanski is just that bad at his job. You can't be this bad at your job. How? You're going to look me in the eye and say at every single turn you make the wrong decision. Special teams makes the wrong decision. I think a conspiracy theory makes more sense than this. All these NFL players calling you out, calling out how awful this is. And look at the Browns fans. Oh my God. Look at his face. We're not even going, we don't even need to listen
Shit.
to this, man. And Ohio State fans
He
had
probably
a
mad at
rough
motherfucker.
weekend. Look at this.
How do you
Look at this large burly man. He's red.
Man,
He's
shut up.
red.
Cut the sound on.
And then, hey, I want. Sorry, y'all.
Shit.
I can't defend this. Look at their faces. They don't have any souls left. Kevin Stefanski, you did this. Do you know how bad it is?
Oh, my
One
God.
of Shedeur's biggest haters, a part of ESPN Cleveland, said, "I thought Shedeur played really good." You know what? E. Goldie, stay on that side. When y'all called Shedeur fans this and that and said, "Oh, everyone's delusional," please stay over there. Nah, we was just joking around.
Nah, fuck all that. They bullshitting. Come on, gang. Yeah, I'm about to have to I'm about to be back on. I got something to do real quick. We'll finish this shit in a minute. I got something to do real quick. I know who that is. That's the Italian nigga. But guess what? We're gonna see something shortly.